The story begins with the main character sitting at the back of a noisy classroom. His head rests on his hand as he stares out the window, lost in thought. Life has always been simple for him. Average grades, a few close friends, and nothing too exciting. But today, something feels off. A strange sensation nags at him, like something big is about to happen. His quiet moment is interrupted when the door bursts open. A girl walks in, her golden hair catching the light as she flashes a bright, cheerful smile. She introduces herself with an almost angelic energy, and the room is instantly captivated by her. But the main character doesn't pay much attention. He thinks she's just another overly friendly transfer student. Over the next few days, he notices her more. She seems to draw people in effortlessly, but there's something about her that feels different. She's always smiling, but there's a hint of something else in her eyes, something she's trying to hide. One day their paths cross unexpectedly. She trips while carrying a stack of books, and he helps her pick them up. As their hands touch, he feels a strange warmth, almost like a spark. She thanks him with a shy smile, but before she leaves, she whispers something under her breath, something he can't quite make out. Later that night, he finds himself thinking about her. There's a strange feeling he can't shake, like she's hiding a side of herself that no one else can see. He decides to ignore it, convincing himself it's just his imagination. The next morning, she approaches him with a cheerful wave. "Let's eat lunch together," she says, her voice filled with excitement. Before he can respond, she grabs his arm and drags him to the rooftop. Her energy is overwhelming, but he finds himself unable to say no. As they eat, she asks him about himself, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Her questions are innocent enough, but he notices that she avoids talking about herself. "Why did you transfer here?" he asks casually. For a moment, her smile falters. She quickly recovers, laughing it off and saying it's a long story. He starts to wonder, what is she hiding? Later that week, something strange happens. He's walking home late at night when he hears a commotion in an alley. Curious, he peeks around the corner and freezes. The girl is there, but she's not alone. Standing before her is a figure cloaked in shadows, their voice low and menacing. She doesn't look afraid. In fact, her usual cheerful expression is gone, replaced by a calm, almost cold demeanor. She speaks to the figure in a voice he's never heard before, steady and commanding. The shadows move closer, but with a wave of her hand, they vanish into thin air. He steps back, his heart racing. What did he just witness? Who was she really? The next day he can't focus. Her secret is all he can think about. When she approaches him with her usual bright smile, he feels conflicted. Should he confront her about what he saw, or should he pretend nothing happened? Eventually, his curiosity gets the better of him. After school, he follows her, keeping a safe distance. She leads him to an abandoned park, where she sits quietly on a bench, staring at the sky. He gathers his courage and steps forward. "Who are you?" he asks, his voice trembling slightly. She looks at him, surprised but not shocked. For a moment, she says nothing, her eyes searching his face. Then she sighs. "You're not supposed to know," she says softly. Her tone is different, serious and calm, nothing like the cheerful girl he thought he knew. She explains, bit by bit, that she isn't just a regular student. She has a role to play, one that involves protecting the balance between light and darkness. Her carefree attitude, she says, is a mask she wears to blend in. He struggles to process her words. She looks at him with a mixture of guilt and hope. "Can you keep my secret?" she asks. He nods slowly, though his mind is filled with questions. Why is she here? And why does it feel like her presence has something to do with him? As the days pass, their bond deepens. She begins to let her guard down around him, showing glimpses of her true self. He learns that her cheerful personality is not just an act. It's also a way for her to keep herself grounded amidst her responsibilities. But their growing connection doesn't go unnoticed. Strange things begin happening around them. Shadows seem to follow them, and people start acting strangely. One evening, as they walk home together, they are ambushed by a group of shadowy figures. She steps forward, a calm demeanor returning. With a wave of her hand, she creates a barrier of light, shielding them from the attack. The main character can only watch in awe as she fights off the creatures. When it's over, she turns to him. her expression serious. "You're not safe anymore," she says. He realizes that by staying close to her, he's become a target. But instead of backing away, he feels a strange sense of determination. He doesn't want to leave her side, no matter the danger. Would you choose to stay and face the unknown, or would you walk away to protect yourself? As the season comes to an end, the main character stands by her side, ready to face whatever comes next. He may not understand everything yet, but he knows one thing for sure: he'll protect her just as she protects him. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What do you think is next for them? Let us know in the comments.